Hey, Cody here from unqualifiedgamers.com. I just wanted to say a couple things about a topic that maybe not everybody has the same opinion about, even on the internet, but that I have recently come to feel strongly about. The thing I'm talking about, as you know from reading the video description, is called flipping. Flipping, as I understand it, is when you buy something and then sell it for a higher price, thus giving you a profit. There are actually people who literally just sit around buying things at discounts or at lower prices all day, or finding cheap things in thrift stores, and then identifying where they can offload those items for a higher price because perhaps Group A finds very little value in something and Group B finds more value in something. I don't have a problem with flipping. I don't. Because at the end of the day, flipping benefits more people than not flipping. Think of it this way. Company releases product. Consumer wants product. Company sells it, making money. Consumer buys it, has thing that consumer wants. That's two people that won something. Cool? Two winners in that equation. Enter flipping. Company creates something the consumer wants. Consumer who wants to flip that item purchases that. Company wins because company sold an item. Consumer wins because consumer wanted that item to resell to a second consumer. I only have two hands, so this will be a little tricky. So the product goes boop, to consumer, and then boop, to second consumer. The company wins because it got money for the product. Consumer A wins because consumer A made a profit as well, and consumer B wins because consumer B got the product they wanted, albeit at a higher price than originally intended, but that is three winners right there. 2 + 1 is 3. Do the math with me, people. It's not that hard. The reason I recently have come to feel strongly about this is because recently Sony released the limited edition 20th anniversary PlayStation 4, which I would have liked to own. It's a very cool console, limited edition, 14,000 worldwide, so that's a bragging point right there. However, I do not have $550 of disposable income that I can justify putting towards a PlayStation 4. However, as unqualified as I am to talk about video games, I do know enough about an industry, the video game industry, so I think to myself, what if I apply my knowledge of video games, which is generally useless, towards making a profit? What if I get my hands on one of these PS4s and then sell it, and then I make money, and then Sony has sold a product, and then I have made money perhaps by selling it for a higher price, and then a second person who has $1,000 to spend, or whatever they end up buying it for, gets that item that they maybe weren't able to wait in line for when Sony's website crashed, or something else prevented them from getting it, or maybe they didn't have the money and now they do. So everyone kind of wins. Well, the reason I feel strongly about it is because I got a limited edition PlayStation 4. And I looked at it in the box and I really wanted to open that box that Sony shipped me so badly. But I didn't. I just couldn't afford it. So I had to sell it, right? And I figured I'd make a profit and then everybody wins, right? Well, the internet happened. So I listed on eBay. I sell it on eBay. I would have made $1,000 off of the auction. And the winner was a troll. The winner was a person who decided, I can't get my hands on a PlayStation 4, so I'm going to put in a false bid and ruin this person's sale and make this person relist it and make it be a pain in the ass because I'm a dick, or because I'm not smart enough to have thought of this myself. Whatever the reason, it was a stupid troll. It was just a childish troll. And that's what happened. And I had to wait an extra week to sell it. And the second auction, it sold for not nearly as much. There's a range of prices these are selling for. A lot of it is luck. It doesn't matter exactly how much I got, but there was somebody who felt so violently that he needed to interfere with my desire to do one thing that he just decided to interject himself and try to ruin something. And it's garbage. It's a stupid, terrible thing to do. So that's why I'm making this video, to show my way of rationalizing flipping. Flipping is a thing that's gonna happen. Guess what? If you live in America, capitalism. I don't know if you've ever heard of it before. This is a thing capitalists do. This is how lots and lots of millionaires made their money, by perhaps buying cheap land before big corporations wanted to develop on it, and then selling said land for exorbitant amounts of money. There are people who specifically buy website URLs, and they will lease or sell it for hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is as American as apple pie. And as much as sometimes I hate capitalism and I think that it goes too far, if I can benefit from it once in a while, like ever, I'm gonna do that. And you probably should too if you're smart. Now, I wanna be clear on this. There's some dude out there who bought like a bunch of Nintendo amiibos and is hoarding them and trying to jack up the price and corner the market in his area so people can't get their hands on them. That's him being a dick. That's different than buying one thing and trying to resell it for a slightly higher price. I wasn't trying to sell this PS4 for like $8,000. But anyway, I feel quite strongly that flipping is not the worst thing in the universe to do to somebody. I think flipping is just a thing that people should be able to do. And, you know, like, what does it matter to me if there's something I can't get or I can't afford and someone else does and then decides to do something that I wouldn't do with it? So maybe you're sitting at home and you're like, oh, I would never flip a console. I would never buy it and sell it to someone else. Oh, okay. Good for you. What's wrong with me doing it exactly? At the end of the day, somebody has a limited edition PlayStation 4 in their room. They paid a price that they were comfortable paying for it. I made a profit that I needed because I spent too much money on Christmas presents for other people. And Sony got to sell their console and, you know, have a bunch of money. So I think everybody wins. I want to know what you think in the comment section. I know this is YouTube, so probably 95% of you will hate this. It's like people just sit at home and they're just like, what's the thing that I really hate and I disagree with? I'm going to search for it so I can angrily comment on it. I don't have high hopes for anyone enjoying this video, but I thought it was worth at least expressing a couple what I think are reasonable, logical, rational thoughts on why flipping is okay. So there's that. Please leave your comments, your thoughts. I'm sure I'll regret asking for that. Check out unqualifiedgamers.com if you want to see some funny stuff that's a little more entertaining. Feel free to check out the Unqualified Gamers app on the Google Play Store. I'm Cody from unqualifiedgamers.com. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this.